Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Today is going to be my Chelsea versus Bolton review. Now, of course, the game was last night. I went to it, and yeah, the tweet I put out straight after it was just about, and um, and it really was like that. I think last night was a very dull game. I think we wasted a lot of chances, and considering the opposition, we should have been more convincing, and we should have won. Um, in a bigger fashion for me, in my opinion. I'm happy we won. Happy we were on to the next round. I mean, considering Arsenal losing to Southampton, you saw United are out. Liverpool nearly lost to Middlesbrough, um, and it's good to be through because I want Chelsea to be competing in all competitions. I know people say that this is probably of course it is for me. I'd put this lowest, and if we come up with only the one couple of seasons, I'm not going to be happy because Chelsea are a big club and we aim higher than that. But it's good to be um, in the next round and also keep momentum going. But then again, I mean, yesterday, of course, there was a different squad. We saw some young players come into the team. We saw some fringe players come into the team. Nathan Naki, I thought had a good game. I think he was very good in midfield. Usually saw him at left back, but he was put in midfield, and I think he works well along with Mikel. Also saw Kurt Zuma, who for me was brilliant last night. I thought he just really done well. So um, going on from that, of course the game started and we looked okay. I mean Oscar was looking good. Schürrle on the right wing, on the left wing, was looking strong. It looked like he maybe was trying to go out and make up for that mistake he made on Sunday, which led to City's equaliser. Sorry for bringing that up, but that's how I felt. And it looked like we were going to break Bolton down. Bolton were just lumping the ball up. I have no problem with teams coming to the bridge and wants to be compact and defensive. That's what you have to do. But it didn't even look like Bolton wanted to go forward. It didn't even look like they were just kicking the ball out, and the defending wasn't even that good really. Um, and basically from there, we finally did break through. A corner came in. My dad sitting next to me said, and I got even credit, said Zuma's going to score the first goal, and of course he did. And he's such a big unit considering his age, and he just looks like a real force in defence. And I really do think he's got talent. He isn't just big; he's got talent. He's good with the ball. He's good in the air. He's someone who playing against defences, because of course when John Terry goes up to a corner, defences know what John Terry's going to do. He's going to try and get in there. If we've got another goal scoring defender, it all helps out, and I think Kurt Zuma is one for the future. I really do, and I don't even think he's going to be. I think he can break into the team this year, and I wouldn't have a problem with him maybe stepping in case either JT or Cahill got injured. Because I do think he could handle himself. Of course, he's not as experienced as those two, but at the same time, I do think that Zuma has a bright future and he was good last night. So of course we took the lead and we kind of looked like we were just going to go on and score 2, 3, 4, which looked good. But then we got sloppy, didn't take our chances. Salah wasn't looking good. I'll talk about him in a minute. And Bolton got away and they got a free kick. Quite far away from the box, just across from the halfway line, just in front of the halfway line in our half. And they kind of are quite big centre halves, and I thought this is probably going to be their best chance, set pieces, because they ain't going to pass off the pitch. They're not going to create any good moves. They don't have ambition to come through. They don't have enough players up the field to do that. So this is the only chance, and the ball came in, header, goal, and it was just really disappointing considering they only had one chance and no clean sheet, and that's another problem. I mean, Saturday we've got to get our defending better, because if we don't, of course, we've got Arsenal the week after that, and it's Lisbon, and for me, we've got to look solid defensively. It was such a big thing last year for us, and we've got to have a good defence, because there aren't many teams who can win competitions if you don't have a good defence, and that's what Chelsea have had. I saw signs on Sunday against City that we are getting back to that. We can do it if we want to, and I think on Saturday we've got have a clean sheet. But as I was saying about Salah, he had a very poor night last night, and I had a question that was sent to me in a Q&A. I might be doing another Q&A. Tell me if you want me to do another Q&A soon, because I did enjoy doing that. But one of the questions was, can Salah be an asset to Jose? And I said, yeah, he's got all the pace. But he's got to get his passing. He's got to get his shooting better. And last night was his chance, and he didn't prove it for me. He's just not good enough with his passing or his. And you look at Nathan Ake, who came in. His passing was good. I mean, he's playing in that. He's playing next to Mikel, and there's going to be a lot of pressure put on him. For me, Salah, he's got to develop, or he's got to show signs of development. He did last season, but he hasn't moved on from that. And for me, he's still not good enough to break into the first team. He's got a lot of pace, but pace can only get you so far. It's alright having all that pace, but if you can't finish, then it doesn't really matter. I mean, the reason Sterling and Hazard and players like that are so good is because they've got pace. It's like Bale, they've got so much pace that gets them away from the defenders, but then they've got the class and the ability and the skill to put it past the keeper or to lay off to an assist. So I think that's what Salah really needs to work on, and I do think Salah's got the ability. He's got years ahead of him. I just hope he does develop, because I do think he can be an asset to us. But last night he didn't show it. That first half really did. Everyone was kind of quite down and hard enough. It was kind of like, oh god. And the second half, we looked better. We looked sharper. Oscar played well last night. A lot of people giving him not a bit of stick recently. I said when I was talking to Joe on the preview we did for City, I said I'm not someone who just lays at. I'm not someone who just blames him straight away. What I do is I criticise players when they need to be criticised, and he was one player who was, for me, fading, but he did show signs, and he got his first goal of the season. It was great to see him score, and then we were 2-1 up, and really the game did again kind of drag on, and we didn't get that third goal, which was a problem, because we seemed to be sitting deep, and that's what annoyed me. We were sitting deep against Bolton. We weren't sitting deep against Arsenal. We weren't sitting deep against City. We were sitting deep against Bolton, and that was a problem. But we got away with it in the end. We got through, and so happy to be in the next round. So I went on Facebook, Talk to SFC, link below, and I asked for your opinions, and here are some of the quick ones. Dylan said, Mikel for man of the match, dominated the midfield. Ake really impressed, his passing and defending. And then Josh says that Nathan Ake was his man in the match. I kind of do agree. I think he did play well last night, asserted himself well, and he's been a player who's been on the edge of breaking into the Chelsea team. He seems like he's been at Chelsea for quite a while now, and seeing him breaking through was good. Johnny kind of said quite a lot. He said, personally, I'm happy with Zuma. Ake, Felipe and Mikel, especially Felipe, linked up so well with Schürrle on the left wing. Schürrle just couldn't finish, which was a shame. Oscar had a very good game too, in my opinion, despite all the positives. I'm a bit disappointed we didn't put that game to bed. We could have won 7-1 or something. Yeah, I definitely do agree. There was positive with some of the players, Schürrle, Oscar, who played well. Schürrle, his finishing wasn't good last night. But yeah, I do agree we should have won more convincingly. Jonah Zeka, of course, he gave his comment. He said Oscar was man of the match, simple as that. So of course he was giving props to Oscar in the preview, and definitely agree with you there, mate. That is it for today's video, guys. So we got through in the end, which is the positive, of course. And now we go on Saturday, where I'm hoping for a strong performance against Aston Villa, hoping for a win, hoping we can move on and stay clear at the top of the table. And of course, we're now into the fourth round. So thanks for watching this, guys. I've been the Son of Chelsea. Please like, rate, comment, subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you again.